All right, welcome to my channel today. Today I just wanted to do a really kind of brief tutorial on how I set up my charts. So the strategy that I've been employing as I've been adapting and developing into a futures trader is not my own. It's one that I learned from Robert Anderson on YouTube. So look him up. He's got a ton of experience, a lot of great videos that show really the same information. But I wanted to walk through how I set up my charts. Because they are a little bit different, not a lot, but a little bit. It'll also help if you're new to NinjaTrader. It'll maybe give you some ideas on how the menus and the settings work. So nothing in here will be about strategy. This is just simply my chart setup that I use, and in case you're interested. So let's dive in. So this is the chart that I use, that I show in my videos. There's only a few things on here. I'll show you what those are. If you go up here to this top bar, you can select this little dotted line here, and that is your indicator list, and it will pop this up. It's going to show you a box here that has all your available indicators, and then down below is the ones that you've added to your chart. So I have a current day open high low, which automatically plots the low of the day, the high of the day, and the open of the day. I have two EMAs, a 9-minute or a 9 period and a 21 period based off a 5-minute chart, a bar timer, an opening range box, an indicator, which is one you have to download. I don't think it comes pre-installed, but it's free. If I can find a link, I'll include that in the notes to this video. And then an EMA for the 1 minute 9 EMA. So that's it. All right, so let's go through how to set that up. All right. So when you first come into NinjaTrader, you're going to be faced with, this little box here. When you first download it, it comes preset with a bunch of charts that, I just closed them all and started fresh. And so you come up here to new, and you come down to chart right here. And then you can select the instrument. I'm going to do this in CL, which is oil. These are the ones that I have selected, so they're top of the list. If you don't have anything there, you can come down here, and this gives you all of the options. So if you go to futures, you can go down here and choose CL here. And this will default to the 1 minute. If it doesn't, you can change that here into your data series settings. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a second one. And this second one, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change the value to 5, because we're going to have two data series on the same chart. We're going to have 1 minute and a 5-minute. The reason for that is that's what allows us to plot the 5-minute lines on the 1 minute chart. Okay. Other things, I'm going to do this real quick. This is just kind of this isn't required, but this is something that makes it a little cleaner. I'm going to, let's start here with candle. I'm going to make all the candles on my 5-minute chart invisible to me. So I'm going to change the colors of all these to transparent. Again, what this does is it'll take colors that you've chosen recently and kind of put them up here at the top of the list so they're easier to see. If you don't see a color you like, you obviously can just scroll through the list of all these different colors and pick one that is pleasing to you. I'm going to make this transparent. Then for the candle wicks are also going to be transparent. And then the candle, oops, oh, I just changed it. There we go. And then the candles are going to be transparent. Red one's transparent, green one's transparent. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to make the plot executions line, and I'm going to do not plot. I don't want to see any order entries on my 5-minute chart. Okay. We're going to click OK, and that's going to bring up our chart. So here it is. This is the default, I believe, is the white background, green and red candles. I used it for a long time, but I kind of got tired of it, and so I changed to black. So we'll go through how to update that just so that you can see those settings. But this is how it's laid out. Up here at the top, you see CL August 23. That's the instrument that we've chosen, and there's the 1 minute. And then down here on the this is what they call panel 2. So you've got panel 1 and panel 2. This is your 5-minute chart down here. You can simply grab this center line here. Your cursor will change this up and down arrow, and then click on it and drag it all the way down, out of the way. All right, so let's go in and let's adjust the settings to this to match what I have. This is purely aesthetic, and so this is not required at all. It depends on what you want to look at. So we're going to go first to properties. The properties shows the chart settings, okay? And they're very basic. So we're going to come down here and we're just gonna change colors. So we're gonna change the background to black. Crosshair labels, interactive price markers are fine. Text, I'm going to change to white smoke. I like that a little bit better than just white. But I do need to change everything that was black with the white background to white, otherwise we won't be able to see it. So axis lines become white. Crosshair, actually this is the crosshair for my little pointer here, and I actually like this to be gold. Again, that's just a preference. Here it is. Solid is fine, and I like the thickness to be a little bit more. Panel splitter, let's make that guy white, or yeah, white smoke. And then that's it. So we're going to apply that. Now you see this looks great, except that we can't see the candle wicks. So let's change that next. We're going to right click and we're going to go up here to data series. So the data series settings will change anything related to what is showing on the chart. Okay, the data that's being presented on the chart. Make sure you have the 1 minute selected, so we're doing the right one. Come down here to candle body outline. This guy was going to need, again, to be changed to white. And the candle wick to white. And I think, price markers to white. Again, anything that's black, other than the background, needs to be changed. Plot executions, I'm going to change this to do not plot, just for purposes of this video. Otherwise, it's going to show some goofy stuff on it based on what I've been doing. Otherwise, typically you'll want text and marker so that you can see your entry and exit prices. But that's up to you. If you want to, you can change the colors. It'll put an arrow on the chart when you buy and an order on the and an arrow on the chart when you sell. This is where the color of those arrows is controlled, and so you can change this to be whatever you want if those colors don't work for you. So let's apply that, make sure that looks good. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Now let's get into the settings. So up here at the top, you have kind of your basic options. This changes your chart style, which we don't necessarily mess with. Here's your drawing tools. If you wanted to draw lines or circles or things like that, that's where you would find those. You got to zoom in. This is your crosshairs. So you see right now I just have an arrow as my cursor. I'm going to change this to this crosshair right here, which is local. Boom. It's my big X. And what's really nice about this, this is one feature I like about NinjaTrader. Because this horizontal line goes all the way across, you can easily hold your cursor at a price level and look to the left to see where that price has been before. So that is kind of nice. Let's see, we have this one right here is your chart trader. So you'll click this on so that you can see your chart trader. You can choose your account, adjust your ATM strategies. Maybe we'll go into the ATM strategies in another video. Indicators, which we'll do here in a moment. Strategies. This is you're able to program in or utilize strategies, which is essentially automated trading that will automatically do things for you. There's really a lot of things that you can do there. We're not going to go into any of that. And then our properties button. So let's select indicators. All right, and this indicator is like we looked at before. Right here is your available ones to you. Here's what's configured. So we're just going to start kind of at the top of the list, and I'm going to scroll down All right, yours probably won't show all this disabled stuff. These are, I've downloaded and tried lots of different things, and those are old ones. So it just is alphabetical. So we're just going to come down. The first one we're going to add is a bar timer. So that's going to put a little thing here to, well, we can apply it right here where it says it's disabled because I'm not connected to a data source. Once you're connected and live, it'll show a countdown to the completion of the current bar. So when you get to 0, then that'll start your new bar. That helps you know when to get in. The next one is current day open, high, low. Okay, so this one again automatically plots the low of the day, the high of the day, and the open, what we call the overnight open. And we just leave those as defaults. You could come out over here and change the colors if you wanted, and any of the indicators that you put in here, if you just want, you don't want to show it on the chart for some reason, but you don't want to completely remove it in case you have settings that you've set up. You can go to this visible box and just uncheck it, and that'll just not show it on the chart. And then you could come back in when you want to see it and just click visible. So that's an easy way to take it on and off without completely removing it from the chart and having to set it back up again if you wanted it back. The next one we're going to come down to is EMA. So we're going to do 2 EMAs. We're going to do the 1 minute 9 period EMA. So we'll come over here to our properties. We're going to change the period to 9. Input series is 1 minute. The calculate, you have 3 calculate options. You can calculate on bar close, which would update the line. So the line wouldn't move until a bar closed, and then the line would plot over at whatever value it needed to be. You could do it on each tick, or you could do it on price change. I'm not 100% clear on the difference between tick and price change, but based on the little bit of research I've done, it appears that when you do each tick, it uses there's a lot more data transfer going on there, and it's more system intense. Price change seems to work really well, so that the line shows at the current candle, and then it just kind of adjusts with the candle. And so that's what I prefer. Panel is same as input series. Everything else stays the same. Down here you can go to, you can adjust the color. We're going to leave it as goldenrod, which is my default. And that's it. We're going to come down next to the next EMA. This one is also going to be a 9 period EMA, except we're going to change the input series, and we're going to make the input series 5 minute. All right, so the data on this line is going to be derived from the 5 minute portion of our chart. Okay, and we are going to calculate that on price change. Down here under panel, this is where it's displayed. If you left it here, same as input series, then it's going to plot this line on the 5 minute portion of your chart, which you do not want. And so we're going to change this to 1 so that it plots it on the panel 1, which is where our 1 minute data is being shown. And now we're going to change the dash style to dash dot, and we're going to change the width to 2, and this just differentiates it from the other line. Okay. Then we're going to come down. Let's see. What was next? Oh, here's our open range. All right, our open range box. This one allows you to, this creates a box at the opening. So let's see, the opening of oil is at 8 a.m. Central Time, which is where I am. So I'm going to change that to 8 a.m. And then this is going to be changed to 8:15 a.m. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then the extend time, this shows how long the lines are extended to. I usually have mine at 11 just because that's kind of the latest I really want to be trading. And so it helps me visualize that on the chart. Then we're going to come down, and again, this is all preference, but I like this gray color for this light gray. I think that's what I use. These aren't settings that I update a lot. No, it's still blue. Okay. It's going to say that is not right. There we go. Still blue. Again, that's just my preference. It could be whatever. You could just leave it defaulted if you wanted to. We're going to extend the lines, and we're going to show the midline price, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Again, calculate on price change, so you can see the box move with the price as the open is happening. Panel, same as input series. And that's all for that. And then finally, we have an SMA. I think this is the last one, unless I missed something. We're going to do an SMA, and this SMA is going to be based, this is going to be a 21 SMA. The input series is going to be 5 minutes. This is going to be calculated on price change. Same, all these are the same as the other. Input series is going to be 1. For this one, we are going to change the color. The color for this, we typically have it as red. Oh, where are you, red? I feel like these reds should be with the other ones, but I'm not a color wheel expert, so maybe I'm wrong. And then dash style is dash dot with a width of 2. All right, and those are ours. We're going to just apply all those lines. And we're going to click OK. All right, so there we have it. This opening range box, if we went back into here just to show it, and we chose not to extend the lines, then that's what it would look like. It would just have that box there, and that just looks like a lonely little box. So we're going to give it some support. And really those lines typically mean something. You can see price, at least on this day, price reacts is pretty, it definitely notices that there's a line there, and it hangs out there before it breaks through. So that's one of the lines that I use regularly. Okay. So that's it. Those are the settings that I use. And again, there's nothing too fancy about it, but if you're new to NinjaTrader, it can be kind of weird to figure all of that out. So hopefully that helps. If you found this information useful, feel free and like and subscribe, and come check out our other content, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.